Here at the main stage, we have a very special guest from SEMA, Mr. Mike Spagnola.
Thanks for letting me be here.
Mike, SEMA, the defenders of the modified car community, are so happy to have your support here at JCCS 20. What does being here at JCCS 20 mean for you, sir?
It's not healthy for me, let me say that. This is very unhealthy for me because I want one of everything here. And it just gets my juices going again. It is the cars here, it's just incredible, but it's just amazing. Congratulations to Terry and everybody with JCCS. 20 years, and this thing just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just amazing. I knew the Japanese car community was big. I didn't realize how big it was until you come here.
Well, and Mike, I kind of like to tell this story, but SEMA having such a large posture and presence in the automotive community, it means so much to us, and even people who are not, quote, car people, right? Everybody knows SEMA. And it's a pretty cool fact that you have a favorite type of vehicle. Actually, I can corner you and ask you what your favorite car is, and I think a lot of people here would be surprised. Why don't you go ahead and let us know?
So I guess, I think I was kind of the odd guy from high school, right? In high school, everybody had muscle cars. I went to high school in the 70s, so you had Chevelles and Camaros and Mustangs and all that muscle car stuff. I had Japanese cars.
There you go.
And
that's right.
And so and I worked for Datsun right out of high school. So I've always been a Japanese car guy. And then at SEMA, which again, you kind of think of everything from 32
right.
rods to resto mods to muscle cars and all that. Man, I don't own an American car.
Ouch!
I do not own an American car. I do not own an American muscle
Well, I
car.
love hearing that. That's great. Little known fact.
And that could hurt me and it can help me, but I'm a Japanese car guy. I just love all of them. And it is so cool to see, everything from resto mod crazy stuff here to original. But again, I don't know if it's healthy for me because I'm looking for a 510 right now. So
let's go a little bit deeper with that, though. So where did you get your start in the car community, sir?
Well, to be honest, in high school I worked for Pep Boys, but right out of high school I went to work for a Datsun dealership in Rosemead, California, and literally as the parts guy sweeping the floors, delivery driver. Really started as delivery driver and then worked myself up to the parts department, so on and so forth. And
from sweeping floors to the helm of SEMA.
Yeah, it's been a pretty cool ride. It shows that with hard work and passion you can get places. But
isn't this a wonderful community, sir?
I love the car community, period. And I tell people all the time, I think you could solve world peace if you just talk cars. I mean, I think that goes for everybody here, that as you get to meet people. There's a picture of me in Saudi Arabia sitting in the grandstands at a drift event, and I'm the only guy not in the whole white garb, sitting in these stands, and it's like, where's Waldo? I mean, you can see me pointed amongst everybody, but you get there and people were like, were you not afraid? And I was like, absolutely not. You get translators, you get these guys and you get talking about car stuff.
Car guys.
And you break those international rules, you break all of that, and get a chance to talk car stuff. So it's that passion. Look, we're in an industry where honestly, you don't need anything we sell. But yet we're a $53 billion a year industry, $337 billion the economy of the U.S. of stuff that people don't need but have to have. And so it's just amazing to see all this. And again, you kind of think you're that odd guy out, and look around here. You're not the odd guy out. I mean, there are so many people here that show the same passion and the same love.
Let me ask, in terms of kind of a bandwagon effect, it seems like the JDM crowd fan base is growing every day. Do you see that yourself from that side of things?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you think about SEMA, we started seeing Japanese cars show up probably 10 years ago now, and there was one or two in the crowd, right? Out of
1 or 2.
1,500 cars. Today, so I have kind of this thing I do that we don't do officially, but I count the cars that come in to the SEMA show. So, there's so many trucks, because we get all the applications in advance.
Sure.
And so I separate them by truck, by muscle car, by anything pre-55, so on and so forth. The Japanese car collection this year was within 15, trucks is our biggest section. We were within 15 cars of Japanese cars and tuner cars. So it just gives you an idea how much the next generation's coming in and how much that generation is.
And isn't that encouraging? Because I feel like it's a lot of the youngsters too.
Yeah.
Right? Doesn't that kind of secure the future generation of the modified auto industry?
Absolutely. So I kind of study that. My dad aspired to have a 29 Packard or a 32 Model A or whatever, and then the next generation was 32 hot rods, and of course my generation tended to be 60s and 70s muscle cars, and then it went from original muscle cars to Restomod muscle cars, and now you look at a name at a 63 Corvette, Restomod, it's $300,000. The next generation is Japanese cars, for sure.
Mike, in terms of legal battles, SEMA oftentimes is there in the middle of the fight, doing everything that you guys can. Sometimes there's losses.
Yep.
Right? But it seems like you guys just keep going for it and trying to push legislation to help our community.
Yeah, absolutely. A few years ago, we increased. We had 5 people in our legal team in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
We're now at 14.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to grow it a little bit more still. So we are growing that division. We're out front. We used to try to work behind the scenes, and we found now that we have to be out front. And you guys may know that a year ago, actually, when I was here, we talked about the EV mandate and how electric cars were mandatory. Starting 2026, 35% of new cars sold had to be EV, and it was going to go to 100% by 2035. We fought that, and we fought that, and we fought that, and we won. We got President Trump to sign that bill, and I was honored along with some of our staff to be at the White House for the signing of the legislation to turn around the EV mandates. And so ICE vehicles are back. They're back
Mark victory there. Right. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Congratulations. That's a solid victory to walk them back, to gain some ground for us. That and the more of those victories that we get, let's pick up some more momentum.
For sure. We got the Leno's Law, as you may know, all the way to the finish line, and it got buried at the very end.
Did that surprise you?
It did, because we made so many compromises that you guys know that we were trying to get it to be a rolling. I mean, some states are 25-year rolling. We agreed to 35-year rolling, and then they just kept whittling away at us. It was something. At least we were going to get to 81, and then 82, 83, 45, 86 over the next 5 years. And we got kind of promises that was going to go through, and it got buried at the very last second. And
that's okay, because we're going to get back.
We're going to get it. We're going to keep
moving down that road. It's a long road.
It is a long.
We're riding together.
But we need the car community to speak up. Listen, you can be a part of SEMA Plus. There's a SEMA booth here, and you need to sign up for SEMA Plus. And it's $45 for the year. Is that right, Marcy? 45? 40. It's $40 for the year.
Special deal.
But listen, that money goes to help us fight legislation. Know that we are here to support the car community when government overreaches. Even under the current administration, people think we're in good shape because the EPA and all those things. California's still tough. And, we will continue to fight that fight, but every little bit helps, and we need you guys, we need your voice, and we need you guys when it comes down to a bill coming forward. We need you guys to help us with writing letters and calling legislators. It makes a difference. Look, I think I got a D in high school. I got to be honest, in government relations. I am not a political guy, and I got thrown into this political scene. And I got to tell you, I never believed it makes a difference. It makes a difference. When your voice is heard, it makes a difference.
That's right. Thank you very much, Mr. Mike Spagnola, CEO of SEMA. And he's a Z guy.
Yes.
You didn't say it. He's a Z guy. I claim him.
Kind of all Dotsons, but go. I'm on the lookout for a 510 if somebody's selling it.
Watch out. You see that SEMA shirt?
Just tell my wife, please. So. Thank you, guys. Thanks very much.
Well, we appreciate it. JCCS is enthused to have you here for our 20th celebration, and we look forward to the road ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
This
Round
is
of
the
applause.
best mechanic here, right here
Shout
next
out
to me.
my
Top-
tea shop.
Yeah. All right.